What's up, puppy?
What's up, Mamacita? Take three. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
This is part. Technically, that was technically like 2 episodes. I just went.
Cut it out. All
Yeah,
right, let's get into it.
let's get into it. Welcome
All
to
right.
season 2.
All right, so we going to yeah, we just going to have some real talk right now.
Yeah, let's get
Okay?
it. Yeah.
Um so we all want love, but what were we taught about love?
Hmm. Wait. The question is, what were we taught about love?
Yeah, we
Okay.
all want love. I guess that's the end goal for almost every and anybody.
Yeah.
Is just love.
Uh
They
huh.
want a happy ending.
Uh huh.
But what were we taught about love? Because people can be taught incorrectly,
Yeah.
and it's really hard to like rewire people's thoughts after they're already taught a certain way.
Yeah, that's true. Um, I guess the topic would be is what like how were we taught love? I think that I was.
What did you see? Was there any like thing? Was there anything that like your parents or older people ever told you about love, or told you about like marriage, or
I
spoke to you
I
about
see.
in regards to love?
I think that my parents didn't really like say like, "Hey, this is how love is supposed to be." I mean, they were. I mean, my parents are married, so like, it's just that I grew up with them always showing love to each other. Like, my dad was always kissing mom. My mom was always complimenting dad, and dad was always complimenting mom. And like, what I'm saying, they cleaned together, they rode in the car together, they held hands while we were driving places. So I don't think that it was necessarily like somebody was teaching me what love was. I think it was more so I was just seeing what love was, like from a marriage standpoint. And then when I started like dating and stuff like that, I don't think my parents was out here like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
No, they just knew. They just they pretty much told us like, don't be what I'm saying, don't be popping it out like before marriage. That was the only thing that I could
Right.
say like was like advice. That's really that. What about you, babe?
I mean, I witnessed the same thing. My mom and dad are still married.
Facts.
They were married. I'd never seen them argue, fight.
Yeah, same.
They went out together. They went to like concerts.
Mhm.
They dates. I mean, they were together. They rode the car together. They did stuff, everything together, right?
Yeah.
But that was that. I was taught falsely though. I feel because I feel like a lot of my stuff was a lie. I seen that. I thought everything was normal,
Yeah.
perfect. But then when I turned into an adult, is when they finally broke it to us because they're like, "Hey, you guys are old enough now.
What you mean broke it to us like?
Like, hey, like we're not, this hasn't been peaches and creams. Like, there's been a lot of infidelities, and
Uh,
there's been, a lot of heartbreak and
I see.
a lot of everything.
Yeah. So
And like that's what I was exposed to. I was like, whoa, like
yeah, my
what
so
the heck?
with my upbringing, like mom and dad, there was never that. Like my main truth that I saw when I got older was that like obviously my dad was married previously, and then my mom was married previously, and how they met that was like that's still like
Mm-hmm.
a secret story. You know what I mean? Where they ain't really like breaking it down to us, but like there was never like a sense of like, hey, just let you know, like our whole marriage has been, blah blah blah. There's never been that. So
Right.
like necessarily, I think the image that I had of what marriage or love is was main so like forget the past because they never talked about that joint, even though it would have been good valuable information. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? As to like, oh, like how my mom and dad really met. Like instead of like, they tell me the story of like, like dad being a security guard and mom being a front desk person and dad walked into the car, but nobody talked about like, what their
Mm-hmm.
life actually consisted of when they met each other.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess more so like, uh, as a teenager and stuff like that. Um, or even growing up as I turned older, it was like something that I was always told. My mom's a really amazing mom, but this is
Facts.
something that she did tell me that probably wasn't the best advice. But she always told us girls, because I have three other sisters. Um, she always told all of her daughters like, all men cheat, all men are dogs. Don't trust any men. Um, do it to them before they do it to you. It was very bad advice. She would never tell me that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would never
Uh,
now. But back then she used to, and I remember being like, no, never. She's like, talk to me in a couple of years and you'll change your mind. And yeah, she's always been like that. And I think that kind of
oh, I see what you're saying. Like that
it's
type of
not
advice.
traumatizing, but
Yeah.
it's more so like a
What?
am I living a lie? Like I don't feel like that, you
Yeah.
know?
But did
Um
you was that something that like you think that would like well,
I can't imagine saying that to the girls,
oh hell no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I would ever. I would
Yeah,
never.
you want,
Just well,
your children to hope for the
but
best and
just like
wish
with
for
my
the
mom
best
and
and
dad,
want for the
like they
best.
pretty much said that that get somebody that's in church, get somebody involved in church, like
Mhm.
get somebody that like is in church type joint. Yeah, I done did that, and that was like easily the most
Mhm.
fakest. Like, I mean, you've been in church though. I'm not saying that, right? I'm saying like
Mhm.
before you, like it wasn't like that's like a blueprint of like someone that's good and sound. You know what I'm saying? As far as like mentally,
I don't think that they meant that that be means somebody is good and sound. I think not, like realistically what they meant was like all people have good things and bad things,
yeah,
but at least like let this person have
come from the
that.
church.
Yeah.
All right, whatever the
Because
case it
then they
may
have
be.
some like I mean, I don't
Whatever the
know.
case it may be. I
Right.
don't know. But you know what I mean? That was one. I do know that my dad's advice when he said, and like, Pops had advice, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is for you, you know what I'm saying? You got a father who raised four boys, you know what I mean? All of us are successful. But dad used to always say this though, when you're talking to a woman, if they don't have a father in their life, leave them alone. Literally.
Yeah.
And I think that that's legit sound
Yes.
as hell.
That is
Because
some amazing
no,
advice.
seriously though, and that's how he really preached it though. Like the number one thing, like if I had brought anybody, it's kind of like, is their father in their life? He'd be like, nah, pop, leave that alone, huh? Why not? Like she likes, whatever the
Right.
case may be. No,
I never heard of that.
oh for sure,
Yeah, that's some really really good advice
yeah.
cuz that's going to just
Now
double up your work.
I would give that advice to all four of the kids
Yeah.
for sure. Like, oh, they ain't got no
Well, what
kid.
would you say in regards to a girl dating a boy, right? Like the girls date. I can see you telling Papito that,
Yeah,
But what would you tell the girls? Like, does it make a difference if a man was raised by his dad and mom, or just his dad or just his mom?
I think so. I think so though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think so. I think I'll tell them
Like
like
if he didn't have his dad, is what you're
it's
saying?
more so like is the dad present? That's really what that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not even trying to like, I just think that if they have both of the foundation that's like active in their
Do you
life,
think that that boys that grow up with their father not in their life, do you think that they have more respect for women or a little less respect for
it
women?
depends on what type of mother they were being raised by.
Ooh.
That's how that goes.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, because I got some dudes that would tell you that they don't respect their mother because of how they treated their biological father easily. But then you have some that were raised by a single mom who loves the heck out of their mom because, what I'm saying, they wasn't out here, doing like weird stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely depends on the
Mm.
mother. What's the
So,
next joint? Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
no, it was just basically,
That was good though.
yeah, just basically saying we're in real relationships, trying to make real love work with
Hmm.
broken instructions.
Well, tell
Um,
me, tell me. I mean, tell the listeners though. I don't necessarily like. Tell me what you got for the notes because you say it says it's basically saying.
no, that's what it says.
Oh,
Yeah,
bet.
that's what
Okay.
it says. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and what I take from that is obviously what we just spoke about
Hmm.
is like we're being told stuff and instilled certain things. Um, and like for example, me growing up, it was when me starting to date, it was my mother was telling me, was always telling me like, oh, don't be with more than one person, right? So
Yeah.
you meet one
Oh.
boyfriend, you have your
Hmm.
boyfriend, you date that boyfriend until you get married. So you're
Uh-huh.
with him for years and marriage and you have
Uh-huh.
kids with that man. It's like I was never taught you can date.
Yeah.
You can have different boyfriends.
Yeah.
None of that. So I only had long, like really
Yeah.
really long
Well, those are
relationships.
pros and cons to that though too. You know what I mean? Like, cause I wasn't really brought up in that way though. But like, there is pros and cons.
I mean, but really, honestly, you need your practice prior to
Yeah.
like you need to
Yeah.
have your
Yeah. You
practice.
do.
You need to learn different ways of different people, and that
Yeah.
doesn't mean give yourself to these people
No.
because your body's supposed to be a temple.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like you're still supposed to have
Okay, I hear you.
experience
Body
people.
temple. Proverbs 31. I hear you.
Boy,
You better.
yeah,
No, but that's facts though. You really are you speaking though. Yeah, because
yes,
like there's different type of ways that you can know what you did different with whoever else and what you
mhm,
know. Yeah, and then not even that, like certain characteristic traits that you can kind of be like, I've dealt with this before, not dealing with
mhm.
this or whatever.
And
That's
then
good.
like for my dad, he used to because obviously I grew up with my dad, and my dad
Facts.
was very active. He was always active. And my dad always told us, at least he always told me, like, boys are gonna promise you the moon and the stars and everything
Yeah.
underneath it. don't fall for it.
Yeah,
Right? Never fall for it, and don't give yourself to anybody until
that's
marriage.
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So I stood on that. I
On
thought I
me,
stood on that.
nah, for sure.
But that what that taught me was like, don't don't fall for it,
Hmm.
right? Like he used to say, everyone's gonna try to talk to you pretty. Everyone's gonna try to treat you pretty,
Cause you is pretty.
and I love you, pretty. And he was just like, believe what you see, not what you're told.
Yeah,
Believe how they treat you, and not who they say they are.
that's fire.
Um, and he would always say like, um, he'd always say basically like, I know, he's like, I was raised around a lot of boys. I have a lot of boys. We have a lot of boys in the family. You know, a lot of men are trash,
Yeah,
and a lot of men are dogs, but not all of them.
yeah,
Don't believe that because you have one bad experience, that every experience after that is going to be bad, because then you're just programming your brain and your thoughts and your emotions to just automatically see the bad in people only.
facts.
So he said, always see the good in people until they show you
They're
the
bare
bad.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
good.
So my dad had a lot of great
No,
advice.
he
My dad
definitely
was
did.
really, he was so
He
legit.
definitely did.
And he really had like this thing where if we brought a boyfriend over or whatever, he automatically knew in his head if he liked them or did not like
Yeah,
them.
that's how my mom
And
and
my
dad are.
dad was the type that if you got a knock on the door and
Hmm.
he opened the door and he didn't like one little thing, it could be that the person didn't greet every single individual in the
Yeah,
house. The person didn't introduce themselves properly. Any little tiny thing. And my dad was like, all right, you have to turn around.
that's funny.
And he would not like, he's like, nope, you're not talking
No,
to them
that's
no more.
hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Mainly, well, my mom and dad. I mean, it was mainly they just had to be involved in church. My house was all regarding religion, so I had to pick and choose how I wanted to pick and choose. It wasn't because of
So then how'd you end up picking and choosing if that's the advice you had?
you just wing it. You just kind of like I just winged it. It's just like but I did not pick specifically people that was in church.
I mean, but I'm sure your father gave you advice in regards to like how some women can be.
Yeah, okay, so he'll say that, but like I don't think it was like I don't know. I don't think it was like that though. I think it was more so like centered off of like, do they know God? Are they in their word? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very like Christian oriented, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian, but like you know, dating is it's a whole different beast. And like I'm sitting up here saying like, Lord Jesus, please tell me about this woman right now. At the age of 16, 17, 18, you're not doing that like at all.
Maybe you should have.
Yeah, right. No, I should have did that at like 19 and 20 and 21 and 22. That's what I should have did. Not a day high school.
Yeah, so on this segment, we're gonna talk about what love ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're gonna talk about toxic blueprints we inherited, like love being equaling sacrifice or struggle equaling loyalty. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if he don't check for you, he don't love you,
It's
right?
facts though. Well, to
And
this,
then another one, she's only mad because she cares. And another one, you're a man, you're supposed to just take it, right? These are certain
like
toxic
toxic.
blueprints that
Yeah,
we inherit
you
sometimes.
little, you good.
These are certain things that we're told, like myths,
Mm-hmm.
that aren't necessarily, some can be real talk and some aren't
Well, what do you
necessarily.
think about some of those though? Right, like for instance, like the one, what the heck it say? If you're mad, you care. What about that?
So the first one, well, she's only mad because she cares,
Yeah, what you think about that?
right? I think that that's a scapegoat.
You think so?
I do think so
Yeah, let me
because
hear it.
okay, I think that a lot of people have excuses for their bad habits,
Uh,
bad behavior, not learning how to deal with their emotions, learning how to shut down, stuff
yeah.
like that. Like I know that firsthandedly. There's a lot. It's a
Nah, yeah, facts.
I have brothers. I have two brothers, so like I also know that what it is that I don't want them to deal with, what
Yeah.
I don't like that they deal with. Thank God my brother, he has a good woman,
Mm-hmm.
but my other one doesn't have one yet.
Yeah,
But
he out there dating.
I
He need that sound advice.
I always put myself in their shoes, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what if it was them dealing with
Yeah.
something like that? For some reason, I just always do that because I would, God forbid, my brothers deal with like bad
Mm-hmm.
situations, right? Um, but she's only mad because she cares. No, express it, say it,
True.
voice it,
Okay.
use your words. We're not children. We're not little kids anymore. I understand when you're little, and then you have to tell like one of the kids, like, "Hey, say it, speak it. Tell me
Right.
what you're thinking,
Right.
or tell me what you're feeling."
Right.
express yourself. But we're grown at
But
our
that's
big age. Come on now,
but here's
like
the thing though. That's the weird part too though, because even for like the kids, right? Like if you're like, hey yo, like speak up, like what's going on? They even have tendencies that we as adults have the same tendencies
no, correct. But
on.
what I'm saying is it's a scapegoat. Like that's
Yeah.
not all the way true. She's only mad because she cares. She's probably mad because you did something incorrectly. She's probably mad because she doesn't have help. She's
True.
probably mad because the whole world is weight of the world is on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Like there could be a million things. There's
Yeah, it
different
could be.
households, different problems, different issues,
Hmm.
different relationships, and different topics at that
Right. Right.
point in time. Right? Like I can talk to 10 different couples, and all 10 have a different reason as to why they're feeling
True.
overwhelmed or you know
No,
why she's mad.
there's definitely some couples that don't even like, uh, and that's not even a bad thing or a good thing. Where that don't even express like if they're if they're not mad at something, like that doesn't mean that they don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just
Mhm.
that they have a
That's
different
their
way.
way.
Yeah.
That's their way as a
Or
couple
what was
that
the other
they
one you
like.
said? It was another
The first
example you
one
gave.
is if he don't check you, he don't love you.
Yeah, so like in like that's the thing. Like there's even couples that like in their head they feel like if they don't check, then like they really love me. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like there's couples that like if like
Oh,
if
he trusts me.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
see
he
what you're
doesn't
saying. Yeah.
he's not finna call me right now
Mhm.
or she's not finna call me right now while I'm out here like kicking it. She trusts me,
Yeah.
we good. And in my head I'm
Uh
like,
huh. I
that's
mean, it's just
weird.
different for me. Like I seen both ends of it
Yeah,
already.
but
It's
you
different.
don't be on that though. So like
No, not
realistic,
now.
yeah.
No,
But
but
like
I did do that. You
no,
know.
I got you. Right. You probably did. But here's the thing though. Whenever you was like maneuvering like that, did you feel like, okay, like I trust him. Like I love him.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
care.
don't
I
know.
didn't like it was like, oh,
Yeah.
we see each other at the end of the day and it's like, all right, what's up? Like
Mm, I
not
don't
like
know.
that. I don't like now I'm like, oh nah, I
Yeah.
need me all give me all the love you got. Give me
Yeah, nah
all of it
facts.
cuz I'm stingy.
Nah facts. See, that's the thing though,
It's
right?
just different people bring different things out of you and
Hmm.
that's just what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean it's good or it's bad.
Well, I've only dealt with stingy. I've never dealt with like, okay, you're good. But I've been the one to be like, nah, you good. You know what I'm saying?
You're not like that now.
I'm not like what, stingy?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm not like that now. No.
Oh, but you said you used to be like
Yeah.
that? No way.
Baby, yes way. Yes
That's
way.
crazy.
But like now I'm not like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like with yours, like where you were saying that you weren't like that too though, but you like that.
Now, but you taught me to be like
I
that.
don't even think I taught you though to be like that.
You did, cause I remember even like I would shut down, be like I'm not talking to you. You'd be throwing
What's
rocks
that?
at my window and stuff when you go to
I
my
don't
house.
know about that.
Yeah, we both toxic,
Here's the
but
thing. You gonna try to call out my stuff. You did some toxic stuff too. Toss some throwing rocks at the
correct.
window. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, at the time, I was the type that I feel like it's too much, and then you're like, nah, this how I show you I love you, MF, and I'm like, and then eventually I'm like, if you ever came to a point in time where when you did, let's say you didn't text back for like 2 hours or something like that. That's like, oh wait, hold up.
No. 2 hours a little bit too long. 10 minutes.
No,
10 minutes you'd be
now we're
like,
not talking about now,
what
baby.
you talking about when I first met you type?
Right,
Okay, all right, cool,
right.
cool,
That's what we're
cool.
talking about.
Yeah,
Cause
when
you
I
talking
first
about the
met you, you had some
transition.
habits that I had to go on and like flip out because
Where it's
we had to go on and
exactly
break them little
there. You
chains.
go. Finally,
You didn't know what was
there
up.
you go. Accountability. We're talking about when we just met.
Accountability's
It's
crazy.
Poppy. We're talking about when we just
You
met.
see, hey, check it
That
out to all the
tira
listeners.
stop.
She's calling me Poppy because she think that would calm me down.
No. I'll hit you with the chancleta. Stop playing with me.
But I hit you with the
I'm
Stanley
I'm
Cup. Go
telling
ahead.
you that when we, when we met, we both were a little different, and
True
we
story.
kind of have to integrate
Yeah.
and teach each other
No,
different habits.
we'll have to blend together and teach each other's habits. Go ahead.
You're bad as hell. You're bad. um,
What's
Another
up?
one. You're a man. You're supposed to just take it.
Yeah, so that's the
My
thing.
dad did raise my
But
brothers like
here's the
that.
thing, though. Realistically, it's kind of like that. It ain't even necessarily like that's a toxic thing that's being taught. That's just how the matrix works. That's just how the world works. As a man, literally, I mean, you've seen it first and foremost. You just got to take it. You can speak up about it all day long, but to be honest with you, it ain't going to fix anything. You just got to take it. You got to take it on the chin every single time. That goes for anything. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't agree. Still agree with that?
Yeah, I do kind of. Realistically.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Realistically,
I
do.
don't agree with that. You just gotta take it. It's crazy.
Not just gotta take it.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take crap.
Yeah,
Heck no.
I don't think it's take crap like that. I think it's more so like how you feeling. Put that on the side. Worry about
That's not okay.
Yeah, well,
Because we're raising a boy that is being taught to show his emotions
true.
and express
I don't
himself.
teach him my ways though.
And
With the whole like just gotta take it
but
thing.
you express yourself and you
I
show your
do,
emotions.
and he
So
sees that.
that's not valid. Correct. And you always tell him it's okay to cry if you have a good reason. Like, you know,
I tell him that, but the way
yes.
that I think, no, no, no. You're like because of since we're talking about baby boy, like when it comes down to my fight for him, like technically everything that I'm doing, I just gotta take it as like take it on the chin. I just gotta take. I'm the man. I just gotta deal with this. That's why I feel that way.
I mean, that's different. Yeah, I can
But
see
that's what
that.
I'm
It's
saying.
different. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not even talking about that.
Okay,
That's
but that's what I'm
different.
talking about. Like, but if you're talking about like relationship wise, hell no. Like,
Yeah, that's what we're talking about love right now.
oh my bad, I
Right.
don't want to sidetrack. But no, like yeah, like if it comes down to that, yeah, for sure. Like no,
Yeah.
you're not a man. You should just take the joint. I'm definitely gonna express that
Right.
joint.
Speak up.
Hmm.
Speak up. Speak the heck
Yeah,
up. That's what I'm saying. Like, just speak up,
yeah,
right?
I definitely do.
Being raised around, tons of boys, like cousins, brothers, uncles. I had a lot of them. Like, don't just take it. You speak
Yeah,
up. My
no,
dad always spoke up.
yeah, I
My
speak up
dad
too
wasn't
much.
disrespectful. My dad
Mm-mm.
was never disrespectful, but he did speak up. And he said,
Yeah.
"Hey," and he would give a whole like, this is why we should do this way because this, that, and the
Hmm.
third. And I respect your way, but I think that this time we should do it my way
No
because of
facts,
X, Y, and Z.
facts. Yeah, no, so I'm heavy on that.
Yeah, my
Uh,
brother, they do not be quiet. They
well,
they'll argue with you
no
respectfully.
facts. I definitely would get that because I would definitely speak up about every single thing that goes on in my head. I've never held my tongue about anything. Never.
That's a good thing.
Everybody
It's a
get
good
this
thing.
work.
You just got to learn how to not you
No,
personally,
yeah.
but like as men, you still got to learn how to control your emotions.
No facts. Uh,
And it's not what you say, but how you say it.
you
Always.
tell me that all the
I
time.
know. I tell
I'm like,
everybody
yeah,
that.
all
The
right.
kids. I tell.
I'm like this, yeah, all right.
I tell everybody that. Um. In the next segment, we're gonna talk about love languages, but for real, like the real love languages, the breakdown of love languages.
What you got? Do you know the love languages? I think it's like five, right? I think it's five. It's physical
Um.
touch, words of affirmation,
That's
gift.
not what I was just gonna say.
It's like gifts. Um.
Yeah, somebody got to send me the five love languages. So I don't know
Uh.
them. Um,
Well, look. Let me see. Type the joint.
five love languages.
You hooked up?
Yeah,
Let me see. Let's see what
I'm
we
searching it up real quick.
got. I bet.
Okay, so it is words of affirmation, acts of service,
Acts of
receiving gifts,
service,
quality time, and
receiving
physical touch.
gifts.
They're all good.
All right. So
Yeah, I didn't
how
have
many
that
is
on
it?
here.
4 or 5?
Bad notes, bad notes. It's five.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
five or more.
So I was missing out on one of them, and I think the one was the receiving gifts, because that really ain't my love language, and it ain't
So
even on my
what's your
top joint.
top one?
How about you guess?
Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. I would say quality time.
Facts, easily, easily.
I think you have a lot of that of everything, but quality time for you is like
That's the top one.
that's your everything.
Yeah, that's facts. Let me see. What was it again? Let me hold on. Let me look this up so I can like. Matter of fact, while I'm looking this up, you got love languages. Tell me about the So tell me which one you said. Which one you think
For
is my
you,
top three?
number one is quality time.
Okay.
El segundo is physical touch.
Yep.
No, words of affirmation. And then third is physical touch. I would say second is words of affirmation because you love like
I get that.
yeah. I would
I
say
think
that.
I don't know. I think physical touch number two though, because
Probably
I think that
I
kind of
think
go with the
it's
quality time.
changed though too.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
has changed like over time.
The
I
quality
think
time
you
go
just
hand
kind
in
of
hand with the
flipped.
physical touch though, because if
Yeah.
we're gonna spend time, you're gonna need to touch me. I'm just saying like your hands gotta be on me, your shoulder gotta
There
be
you
on me. You
go.
know what
You're
I mean?
right. No, no, no. Yours would definitely be physical touch
Uh huh.
second then.
Uh huh. And then
Yes.
what was the other one you said? Acts of service or something like that.
The final two are acts of service and receiving gifts, but I don't know.
All right. So let me tell you what yours are. Okay. Number one, I think is acts of service.
For me?
Yes, because you do everything for me.
No, I thought you meant oh that's my I see what you're saying.
Like what's up?
I got what you're saying.
What?
That like I expect that.
Yeah,
I
like these are
expect
your love
but I
languages.
expect for people to show me acts of
Yeah, yeah,
maybe you're
what you
right.
consider your love language, like If you were to say these are things that'll make me feel loved.
Matter of fact, you're right. You're probably right. Let me
Oh
hear it.
wait, hold on.
Let me hear it.
Oh wait, how is this supposed to be worded then? Are the five love languages what you're giving to somebody else, or what you wanting to be
What
received?
I want to receive, or just I think
Oh,
it's just both.
yeah. So all
I
right.
think it's two and
So the ways that you show love, how about that? The ways that you show love is acts of service, words of affirmation, and quality time, and then physical touch. I think receiving gifts is probably like the last of the joint. That's the ways that you show love. The ways that you want to be loved, I feel, are quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and then receiving gifts.
mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Like in that order. I probably went a little too fast.
No, it's good. You're good.
Because the thing is, with words, well, what did I say? It's like we're acts of service. Like the language is about performing actions that demonstrate care and support, like errands and helping out with tasks. That's like your main joint. That's how you're technically saying.
Well, me, I just don't like going over by myself because who gonna open my door?
Yeah, that makes sense too. That's
Who
definitely
gonna
acts of
open my
service.
door?
That's definitely acts of service.
And let me stay home then. Let me wait till you off of work, or
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
just wait. We gonna figure it out together.
No, that's true. What were we talking about though? What was like the note on that one? Like on that when we talked about the five love languages, what we about to dive into on that?
Um. So, for example, how trauma can block your ability to give or receive love, meaning your past
Yeah, it
experiences.
can though.
It definitely
Yeah.
can. Once you experience some type of trauma within your relationship, you're more so like, what is the point? You know?
Or I don't want to do that again because it got me to that point.
Yeah, I got burnt and I was doing great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real life.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's real
Um,
though.
how do you get over that though?
The only way to get over that,
How do you
my,
get over trauma that can possibly block your ability to give or
mm,
receive love?
I mean that's tricky, but the way that I would tackle that, my advice would technically be, I don't know. There is a way to get over it, but I think it just with time and with your love languages, like it will kind of like put a band-aid over the joint. Then eventually the band-aid will come off, and then the wound is healed. So I think like with time that kind of comes. I don't think it's something that where you can say, all right, like that was how my ex treated me. I'm good. You were good on that. That was we got like three more.
Mhm.
What you call it? That was how my ex treated me. So we like I'm never gonna do that again. You know what I mean? Like that's where it can kind of like f you up a little bit. But like I think with time, with whoever you're talking to next or whoever you're with, or even if you're still with the person that kind of like screwed over type joint, it's just with time it kind of comes. And then the more that you do these acts of service, I mean, you do your five love languages with each other, it will burn that bridge because that bridge needs to be burnt.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It'll,
Well, for me, I believe that if it was from a previous relationship, like the trauma that you have,
mm-hmm.
that you've endured or
Yeah.
experienced, if it was in a previous relationship, then realistically, like I said, I was taught that don't don't um don't think someone's bad,
Because
until they
of
show. Yeah, like let
yeah,
them show you. Don't be bad to them. Be good to them.
facts.
Let them be good to you. Allow that those blessings to come.
Yeah.
Don't block any of your blessings that you can possibly get,
Mm-hmm.
until they show you otherwise.
True.
So for me, it's like if that relationship is over and I'm on to the next
Mm-hmm.
relationship, I'm not automatically like, I was this and this happened to me and I'm not gonna be like this. And
Yeah.
I cooked every day and it wasn't appreciated. Like that's not the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, did
That
I
was
ever
the
do that
last
to you?
person.
Did I ever do that to you? Did I ever tell you like what was done to me and what I would not do moving forward?
No,
That was good.
not never,
That's good.
never,
That's good.
never. You were always like you. I don't know. You were so appreciative when I met you. I remember doing the slightest thing for you, and
Oh man.
you're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, baby girl. Thank like
You know what's crazy though?
nonstop. And I'm like, it's okay. Like I didn't go buy you a
But
mansion.
here's the thing, just like with you, I made you a glass of water one time, and you like straight up was like, "Poppy, thank you so much. No, thank you so much. Like seriously, I really appreciate you so much." I was like, "No doubt, yo. Like it's just water." Like he's like, "No, like seriously, I really am
Because
appreciative."
you knew, like when you met me, I used to always like my either cups of ice or my cups of ice water. And when I get to you, you'd always have it.
Yeah,
Whether I got in your car
yeah.
or I got in your house, like you always had it for me.
Nah, you would have thought I was buying you a new iPhone every time I saw you. For real, for real.
Yeah,
You was
that
like
was
that
sweet.
about glass of water. You was like that about a napkin. I think I got you a napkin one time. You was eating some food, and I kind of like ripped the napkin off, or I gave you a towel or something like that. And you was legit like, technically like saying that was really sweet. I really appreciate it. And my head was like, past trauma I'm fixing right now.
But
My
hush,
mama.
it's not even trauma. It wasn't trauma.
well, you don't
at the
know it's
time,
trauma.
I didn't think it was
Ignorance is bliss, right? So you don't know something is not healthy for you until you get out of it. You've already
correct.
expressed that a lot. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah, I
You've
understand
you've
that.
expressed
Correct.
how like technically before how things were, and now all of a sudden you're like, wait, I really tolerated that, and I'm like, think about it.
Yeah, I did stuff on my own. I did it all. Like I'm doing everything on my own. Didn't rely on not one person. I'm
No, it
in a
wasn't
family
even
of
not
like,
the relying part.
no, but like I didn't ever expect anybody to get me a cup of water. Never over
No,
my
that's not
dead
what
body.
that's not what I'm talking about, baby. I'm just talking about like the part of you not being appreciated, you not being treated like the baby that you are, you not being like like what'd you say like
Right. No,
you
now
said
I
not
get
appreciated.
treated like I'm pregnant 24/7 and ain't
Yeah,
popped the baby
that's what I'm
ever.
saying. Because you was like technically saying, and I was like, even if you may have felt like there was love there, like
I
when
didn't
you,
know what love was. I
but
did
you
not
said,
know it was
I
love.
mean, I
I
get
just
what you're
thought
saying.
loyalty was love. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
Two people are loyal to each other. They don't cross each other. That's love.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's a lot more that goes into it.
Nah,
There's
facts.
way more that goes into it.
Nah, facts. Definitely is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a point.
Um.
That's funny as hell.
How do you? What type of words of affirmation do you feel like you like or you appreciate?
Mm,
Like, do you need? Do you feel like you prefer like the constant the text when you're away of like in regards to words of affirmation, maybe like appreciating you in certain ways, or is it more so like just in person?
nah, I'm more of an in person type. I don't think I don't. I mean, if we're texting and whatnot like that, what I'm saying, you throwing it in there, I appreciate those. But more so, whenever we're in person, you like bombard me with a lot of words of affirmation, which is
Mm-hmm.
really beautiful. So like, yeah, that's where I say like the words of affirmation comes into play. What about you?
Your ring looks nice.
I thank you, baby.
It
I'm gonna
looks
get a
pretty.
ring cleaner tomorrow. We're gonna go through that.
Yeah, let's go tomorrow.
Speaking of that, what are new things? This is another bar because
Yeah.
we up on time though too. But what is a thing recently in our marriage, because we've been married for over a year now? What is a recent activity that we have done beside the one I'm going to talk about, where you appreciate it and where you really love it and you feel a little bit more connected to me? Don't steal mine.
No, that's not it for me.
I'll bet.
Uh, for me, I don't know. Like honestly, everything. As soon as you open your arm, you put your arm off. I'm like, damn, there go my melatonin.
Me. That's
There
a
go.
mating
As soon
call.
as I see his chest, as soon as I see his arms, there it go.
Nah,
There
facts.
go my melatonin. Let me knock out real quick. All right, just going to sleep. Let me right on top of you.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I was gonna say that too, like dealing with like how you go to sleep. Like for the listeners that don't know, like we're full on married, so it don't matter. This is not new news, but we sleep butt naked.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
never have
saying?
not, and
And
never will not.
I don't
That don't
like
matter where you're at. Doesn't matter what state, what city,
nah
which building,
nah.
nothing. Like that's just
So
how we sleep.
so if you're ever inviting us out to hang out or like to go and like stay at y'all crib and
Here
whatnot,
you
just know. And I fart when I wake up too. So like
Cochino.
I'm just saying. But on the other part of it, uh, yeah, you sleep like legit sandwiched on me type
Mhm.
joint, like no other way though, and you're like
Yeah.
full on like it's like I'm holding a freaking like little like
Yeah, not on the sides.
no,
Right
it's
on
not supposed
top.
to
Like
right on top
I'm
of me.
right on top
Yeah,
of
facts.
body to body.
No, legit. It's hilarious. That's
Body
hilarious.
to
That's a different
body.
type of bond though, for real, for real. If
Yeah,
you think about it, yeah.
as soon as like we can be watching a movie and then you'd be like, all right, just come on,
I
and
mean,
you'd be like, come sleep on puppy. And
I
I'm just
mean,
like, but I'm not tired. As soon as I feel that, feel that chest, I'm like, all right, that melatonin be working in
no, that's
2.5
facts.
seconds.
Yeah, because
I'm there.
every night we do make it a routine to watch something. We do watch a movie or watch a TV show. We've been diving into
Mhm.
this one TV show on Netflix. Everybody's been talking about it though.
Oh,
Yeah,
forever.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on episode 3 or
Oh,
episode 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
So far, I don't know. So far, the little girl, she trifling.
Man, she really is
She
though.
trifling.
No, she really is.
Yeah.
Nah, she really is
Yeah.
trifling though. Yeah, I'm not
Um.
fucking with her at all. But what you call it? I'm really not. Like I really am not.
Making you mad,
No,
like,
it does though.
yeah.
Like for real. Got my man's crying out at the parking lot. The man's
Mm.
he gave his mom a hug. Yeah, you crazy. I'll slap the dog shit out of somebody that do that. But what you call it? My main thing too, with our bonding that I really love now is you well, at first we play zombies, right? Like whenever we like first dating and stuff like that, we play zombies, we play Overcooked. We played a few little games, you know what I mean? But I really fuck with the fact that I'm cussing a whole lot right now. That's
Ooh.
crazy.
Ooh.
Look, I'm gonna pray after this episode, okay?
Yeah.
But my favorite thing that we do together is playing Call of Duty Warzone. Legit,
Oh, I didn't
legit.
know that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't steal my thing." I thought you said ring cling, and we've done that
I
since
mean, yeah,
since we got married.
true.
We've
So
been
we've been doing
going,
that for a year.
yeah,
Oh yeah, but no,
every
playing
week.
Warzone. And you just started playing Warzone this year, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so you've gotten really good. You know, now you ended the game with 2 kills and 1 kill. You know what I mean? You doing your little joint.
That's crappy. Don't do me.
I'm just
Don't
saying, you
do
know what I'm
me.
saying? What is it? Five,
Don't do
seven
me. Don't do
revives. You
me.
know what I mean? You
Don't do
doing your
me. Leave
little
me
stuff.
alone.
I go like 13 kills, you know, 10, whatever the case may be. But those are good bonding, though. I really love those type of bondings.
Yeah, I like doing that.
Even though I be
I
yelling
like
at you.
watching
You know
with
what's
you.
so
I
funny?
like getting
Whenever,
with you.
whenever you get killed, it'd be funny when you throw your when you throw your headphones out of anger, though, for real, for real. That
Yeah,
stuff
I'm a
hilarious.
hothead for sure.
That stuff is
Yeah, I
hilarious,
be out
though.
here just I
No,
chuck them damn headphones
but the
like I know
thing
my husband
is,
finna buy me some new ones anyways.
yeah,
I just
whatever the
like
case. But the thing is, though, is like you're mad because you get killed.
I'd be like, I didn't even get to land yet. I'm still on the parachute and they done shot me.
Then you're
I
slamming the
done got.
controller. Yeah, nah, it's
Yeah,
crazy. That's definitely
I don't
one.
like it. Yeah, we getting hot. Like I'm not playing again. You be cracking up.
I do
You
though.
just be laughing.
Yeah, I do.
Like,
Yeah, I
bro, get
do.
off of me.
Yeah, those are some fun bonding though. Well, I love you so much, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap this episode up.
All right.
We in season 2. You know what I'm saying? As we do this episode, the episodes, we hope that we are building not only your relationship, your marriage, your dating advice. Um, I don't really know if this audience is geared towards like single people, but it could be geared
It
towards
can
single
hit
people.
both.
I think it could. So I really hope that you know what I'm saying as you're listening to season 2 that you're growing in whatever aspect that you need when it comes out of dating, searching, being with, um, maybe even leaving. I don't know, but
So,
what's up?
this week, ask yourself, am I showing love the way I want to receive it or just repeating what I was shown?
Ooh,
That's the takeaway for
girl, you
this.
been on point. Say it again.
This week, ask yourself,
Uh
am
huh.
I showing love the way I want to receive it or just repeating what I was shown?
That's good. Ooh, that's
All
really
right,
good
we
though.
out.
All right, we